toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Hoosiers offense will have the football first. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
The short hands, it's White. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch. It's McConnell. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Back to throw. It's Washington. They're setting up the screen. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Makes the catch. It's McConnell. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Goff. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Right back to him on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Hunt is on its way. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just
no more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block it.
Dropping back, it's Washington. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's McConnell.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Handoff to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Leaves it with the back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Goff. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Got it in the middle. It's McConnell. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking downfield, it's Washington. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on first and 10. Makes the grab on the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Leaves it with the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll leave it with him. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
They punted away on 4th down. No return coming here as he signals for the pair. Catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Dropping back, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give is to Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Now he's going to break the pocket. Inside the 35. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
Snap in the shotgun. Complete. Lowers those pads. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points, and
he's taking the shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They'll run play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington.
And the Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Goff. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more.
There he goes. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Bro, forget the read game. I'm taking this myself. Look at the big play. Look at the space open up. He sees it. He pulls the ball out of the belly, and he is off to the races. Barely gets caught, but he gets a huge play for this offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Got his man in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He splits to the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kentucky. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Hoosiers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The Hoosiers will go for it here on 4th down. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art.
Touchdown, Indiana! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's got an open man, and it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give is to Williams. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to...
Turning it on! Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Humphries. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And the Terrapins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Got it, looking for the first down. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Maryland! And that one will put them up here in the second half. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Rides to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hoosiers are on the move.
Here we go, here we go.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut on them.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll ride the hot hand. On the move at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the move. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gonna run it. It's Turner. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. To throw, it's Washington. Unleashes one. He's got him wide open. He's loose. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll go to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Turner. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All move the chains.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Makes the grab. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the... And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
They did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. And that one ought to help us build the drama down the stretch. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Grabbed over the middle. It's McConnell. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's gone. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good. Like, putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Wants to throw again. Quick strike complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And the Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. There he goes. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the flag. Brings up 2nd down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
QB spicy. No gain on the flag. 2nd down coming up.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock. That was a clutch field goal, and now the pressure goes to the other side. Can they stop them from getting into field goal range to win it? Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up and